You are all invited to the judges' home. We didn't overthink the One Direction audition, and the same with Fifth Harmony. It happened in about 5 minutes. What we want is a group who are going to take over all over the world.
Everybody called me Carla in my school, and from that moment I was like, no, I want to be called Camila, because it was a new beginning for me. In interviews and everything, I got the chance to just start over, and I was goofy and I was extroverted.
She got it right from the beginning. It was almost like she'd been doing this longer than she had.
I don't know how to explain it. She becomes an artist when she's on a stage.
When I was in the group, I experienced different things and grew a lot, but then it felt like I had new things to talk about. I think for me as an artist, the only way to really feel good is to make stuff that you love. But I got to this place where I couldn't express how I was feeling because I did not understand my emotions.
I think it was hard for Camila in Fifth Harmony because she does have that desire to write songs and she has something to say.
I think I got to that point where you're just kind of like, something has to change.
When she told me kind of early on that she was going to leave, it was like, whoa, it's like a year earlier than I thought. But once she'd made her mind up, you know, I had to respect that.
This whole time, I had been writing by myself. And I was so nervous to get into the studio because I've never written in the room with producers before. I had acid reflux, and I didn't sleep at all. I was like, am I actually good, or is it just my mom and my family that thinks I'm good?
Of course, I made all of the classic assumptions of like, oh, she's from a girl band that was put together. Maybe she doesn't have that much writing experience.
At the beginning, Camila didn't really know what the studio etiquette is for writing and where she should inject herself into things.
Frank played this beat, and I just started doing melodies over it, and he was like, oh my God, what the heck? We literally have a whole song. I'd never written like that before. It was so much better for me, and I felt like I was not afraid.
It's like it became clear that she was super talented and could write incredible songs.
Oh, na, 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 na.
We had talked about the concept of doing a record called Nights in Havana or something like that. Initially, all it was that we wrote to was just a piano, a clap, and a bass. The hook was so strong and the beat was so strong, we just didn't stop till it felt right.
There was just a vibe. I think just something clicked for both of us.
When I first heard Havana, I got chills down my spine, but I don't think there was very many supporters saying that it's going to be a hit.
I don't think Havana was even the single, but you know, at the end of the day, I think the people chose the song that they love.
You know, when it came out, it was like an instant reaction. I started getting texts like crazy. I started getting phone calls like crazy. Within the first few hours, I said, oh my God, we got it. This is it.
Oh my God! Nah, nah, nah. C100!
She got number one, bro.
Number one!
This is a huge song. This is like her song, and it's like a song that only she could do.
It just made her not question herself. And I'm so glad that that happened, because I think it's going to help take her to the next level.
People are really seeing the full artist, the writing, the incredible performances. She's tireless about it. One time in the studio, she did 110 takes, and everyone was like, you had it at 40.
She wanted the ability to make the record she wanted to make. And then she realized, obviously, now that people like her music. I mean, the fact she's number one on the single and album chart, that's magic.
In the beginning of my album, it was going to be called The Hurting, The Healing, The Loving. And I changed it because I feel like I healed in a halfway point. And after that, I was just like, no, this album is about me, and it's about how I felt, how I love people, and I've decided to ask way less people for opinions. Oh my God, that's my song playing. You go, boat. You go. That's so cool. And you know what? It's the best when I hear it in Miami.